Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and being on this channel, listening to what I have to share. Oh, let me put the volume down here. Okay. Because I'm looking at the chat, see if somebody shows up and we can chat live. So, the purpose of this video is to talk about freedom, the big waves of freedom that have been going through the earth this last few days. And why is this happening? What is happening? Where did all this start? And where are we heading to, according to my vision and my opinion? So, first of all, freedom is a very broad word, right? The biggest freedom we all have, and nobody, nothing can take from us, is the freedom of our spirit, our soul, our sovereignty as cosmic beings that we all are, independently on which kind of physical body we are incarnated. We are all free. We have always been free. So this is just like an illusion, hologram dimension we are all immersed into, with the illusion that we have to submit to whatever orders the system gives us. And it is all an illusion that is unveiling layer by layer. It's been clearing up, giving the opportunity for all of us in this planet to free ourselves from the illusion and remember who we truly are. So this few weeks in Canada, it started last week, but it started before, right? The movement has been already building up and being organized by lots of people that unveiled their consciousness and were able to see the truth about how we've been all manipulated to a division in between us and a discrimination in between us just because some people want to take the jab, other people don't want to take it. Some people want to be following all the lockdowns, others don't. And this ended up into a push from the system and the leaders to create division and disharmony and hate. Although they talk the opposite, remember that everything is inverted on this reality we live. If somebody from the system deep state talks love, it's the opposite. If they're talking hate, I don't know if they're going to be opposite, but they invert everything. It's inverted psychology that is being used to manipulate us. But this cannot last forever, and it will not last forever, and people are awakening. Cosmic waves of energy are coming through and moving inside of us, lifting the layers of illusion, making more people see with clarity what's going on and do something about it. So here I am in Canada, a place where I thought that wasn't going to happen. I gotta confess that I almost lost hope on this happening here, because the culture here is very peaceful. People don't like confrontations. People are very polite. They like to respect each other. In the bigger majority, of course, you cannot speak for everyone, but the bigger majority of Canadians, and I include myself, it's very polite, very peaceful, and very considerate, has lots of empathy, love to help, to volunteer. It is the general culture. So I didn't think that any kind of big movement for change would happen here. But it is actually happening. And that's why I have been quiet the last couple of weeks, because I've been digesting and absorbing all of this intense and big energy that has been going through this country, making people move together and claim for freedom, claim for the drop down of all the mandates that have been imprisoning us. Hi, Paula. So I have been absorbing and digesting this energy because it has been very intense, and it synchronizes with a wave in the Mayan oracle or the Tzolk'in calendar that is a wave of planting the seeds for the future, with the challenge of our instinct of survival to teach others that we can radically transform. So this is just the beginning we're going through, and this whole wave is being a wave of portals of energy. So we've been channeling, receiving this energy from the central sun of the galaxy. It's been very intense, and what I take from all of this is that more change is coming. Of course, radical change always has some struggle, because when you radically change, something dies and something new is born. So you got to leave something behind to open the doors for the new. And that is what I see on this big movement in Canada for freedom. This movement for freedom, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The beauty of it, that I have been actually crying of joy during the moments I see the videos on social media. Because the mainstream media doesn't want to show most of it. They tried ignoring the most they could the whole week, while the truckers and drivers were heading to Ottawa. And they got there in peace during the way people were cheering for them on the roads, giving them food and supplies and waving flags. Such a cheering moment of union and peace and unconditional love that I never thought it was going to happen here, but it's happening, and in a peaceful way, the Canadian way, which is actually spreading through the world in a domino effect, as I see it, because other countries are getting organized to do the same thing, including Brazil, the country I come from. It's also getting organized as I speak. They're going to head to Brasilia, all the truckers and drivers and whoever wants to join the convoys all over the world, claiming for freedom. Freedom to show our smiles without covering them. Freedom to show our expressions. Freedom to hug. Freedom to accept others independently of their decision to take the medicine or not. And freedom of choice, not coercion. That is not the no to the coercion that is happening from the top levels of the world system through fear. So it's a freedom of fear, and that's big. It's big when you actually liberate yourself from fear, the fear of what the others are going to say about you, the fear about what the consequences of something you don't really know are. and better put it a different way, not the consequences, but the fear of the unknown, right? Because if we have faith, and I'm talking about like deep, deep faith connection of our higher levels of our self, our superior self, our connection to the source, that's where we connect to faith. And faith cannot be really explained. It can only be felt. It can be digested inside of us and lead us to free us from fear. Because if we state to ourselves that we are always at the right place at the right time with the right people, that is exactly what's going to happen, and we can dissolve any kind of fears. So this is what's happening in Canada right now. People they got to the point they got fed up about everything and they free themselves from the fear of facing the authorities and went claiming for their freedom, the right to be free. So I'm going to just show you some of the examples that I've seen online, and let me transfer you to this one here. This was a beautiful scene here in Ottawa, and the First Nations doing their first song there. Very powerful. Let me play it for you.
Boys, they're about to drum their first song right on Parliament. I'm ready, baby.
Oh, that's so powerful, so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Powerful. We're all united. We're all one. Oh, woo! Yes! Let me go into the next one. And before I play it, here I am again. Wow, you just watched something very, very powerful, showing that is not a white supremacist movement like some media and authorities want to call you. This is everybody in Canada and soon everybody in the world claiming for freedom, the freedom of our souls from this corrupted system. That's what it is. So I'm gonna show you just another scenes that I enjoyed happening here in Canada. And let's see, this one here is also in Ottawa. Just gonna play a little bit for you here. See all the flags and the honks of freedom. Peaceful. See, it's peaceful, it's full of harmony, it's full of unconditional love, empathy, and that's what Canadians are in their essence. And it's so beautiful to see this union and powerful movement that has started here and is spreading to the world. So I'm going to go to the next one that I found here. Here I am again. All right, so I'm gonna play a little. This one has an aerial view, I think, of Ottawa. It's a celebration. It's a party of freedom. I can't express how excited I am about all of this. It's amazing. The honks of freedom! The waves of the cosmos coming to enlighten humans. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. And let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one. I have more scenes here. All right. Let's play this one. More honks of freedom. Hundreds of thousands of people in trucks and cars getting together to change.
Why are you on Parliament Hill? Why wouldn't I be? This is democracy. This is what democracy is all about. People believe that the government has overstepped with mandates, and they're here to exercise their democratic right. People give the government the power to act in accordance with their values. The government does not have any independent power. It is us that confer the power on the government. And where they overstep, the people have a right to voice their opinions. What we've seen in the last year with demonization of people, turning people against each other,
exactly
from the highest levels is completely unacceptable. And the people have had enough. And so they're here to voice their opinions, and I support any peaceful act of democracy. And all I've seen here is loving, law-abiding Canadians expressing their voice, which they're entitled to do. So why wouldn't I be here, Andrew?
Do you feel like the Conservatives have done an adequate job at representing these people throughout the pandemic in the last couple of years, or even in the time that you've been in office the last few months?
Well, I've always spoken out. You've seen that I've always spoken out from the very beginning about things that concerned my constituents. I will always be a voice for my constituents, and I will never be silent. So I believe that MPs have said and acted in accordance with the voices of their constituents. Yes.
For a lot of people, this is not about whether you're pro or anti-vaccination. It's about a more fundamental message, which is about government overreach. Is that resonating with what you're hearing from your constituents on the ground?
Absolutely. There are, whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, it's about the mandates and whether or not these mandates are fair, whether they adhere to a public health principle, because that's what we're concerned about. We want everybody to be safe. We want people who are able to be vaccinated to exercise informed consent. That's what we're concerned about. So it's not about whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated. It's about government overreach.
Exactly. Because these people make me proud. Make me proud of being Canadian again and a citizen of the world, because this is spreading. These waves of cosmic energy are spreading and giving the chance for everybody to awaken. And it is time already. So I'm going to show you another one. Let's see. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful moments. And this is, let's see, paste layer. Okay. This one here is actually today is the second. Yeah, it's today. Actually, today it's a portal 22222 5 2s. February 2nd, 2022. A portal of challenge. Number 2 is the number of challenge. So we accept the challenge of demanding our freedom, which is our right, our cosmic right. So this video here is at the border in between the United States and Canada, and the dispute that is going on over there.
On what's going on at the border crossing with the truckers staging their sit-in and the farmers joining in. You should take a look at this coming in from Rebel News, who's on the scene right now.
And they are supporting us 100% for what we're doing, but they cannot continue to support us if we don't open up one lane of traffic across that border. They said if we open that lane of traffic, they will drop the rural mandates and what's that other one called? The RE, the REP program. That means
the tier system.
The tier system.
The differences from obedient people to
tax passport. That's correct. And they do not meet our requests. that border is shut again immediately. If they meet our requests and drop their mandates, it's open.
And if they don't,
we shut it down again.
Commerce can go back. They're going to a meeting right now, rural caucus. They're having a meeting. If things don't go well, we're going to block things back out.
You might want to listen to this video that was sent to me on Facebook, which, by the way, you can find me there. I try not to use Facebook too often. My website, justincredible.tv. Hit me up on the content.
All right, so let me go back to my image here. Yeah, so I share with you just a few videos, but there are hundreds of videos there. People are documenting it by themselves, for the people, from the people, because you know how the mainstream media, they have their agenda, and they will not back down until something bigger happens, like it's happening right now. And this is a movement that is not going to stop. They think they can stop it, but they can't, because the light can't be stopped right now. And you better join the light, the waves of freedom. The light is here to stay, to change, to make deep changes. You know, the old system is not coming back, but the demand is to drop the mandates. But from there, we're going to rebuild a new system. And I hope you connect with your inner self in faith, with the light that comes through the higher levels of yourself directly from the source, to continue bearing the light here and unveiling the illusions that have been imprisoning us all this time. And I'll see you soon. Please subscribe and click like and share. Thank you.